Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Ross, and today I am in a cruise missile that was launched by a cruise missile launcher. It's not this cool. I don't like you anymore, Floor. Boom! And then, that's it. But anyways, I am not here. I'm never here to do what I'm doing in the intro. I'm just doing what I'm doing in the intro because I need an intro. I am here today because I need to do things on this. Yes, this warship is not much of a warship yet. It cannot even fly. And what's a warship without flight? Right? So, a little bit of a change that I made last time is I put batteries under here. Because as I said about 2,000 times, this is a massive waste of space under here. It was just filled to the brim with these blocks. And in fact, it kind of is still a waste of space. Okay, so the first thing that I realized that I have to do is I need to give this thing sky anchors right up here at the very front. Because this thing, as you saw in the last video, sky anchors do not anchor you down, they tether you down, which is good, I guess, but you need multiple tethers in order to stay stable. Let's hook up a sky anchor right here in these corners. There and there we go. So now if I were to anchor myself, boom, it's got two sky anchors right there and there. So if the ship's leading either way, the one will pull more harder than the other one, and it will stabilize itself. Yes. The next thing I need to do is, if you remember the last video, I also said I need to make sure this thing is able to land because, you know, Attack of the Clones music that happened. And I just kind of whistled that, and then I had to put something in editing. But how am I going to do that? So what I can do actually is I can just have like a large section at the back that can actually land, and then up at the front, what I can do is I can use the Superlift hovers, aka the Geocorp hovers. These are the Powerlift hovers. They're meant to take on very heavy loads. They're very heavy-duty hovers. So I put a couple of these in here somewhere. I should be able to keep this thing aloft, just the front section of it, without, you know, needing to have any supports. Hopefully. I need to find a place to put them now. Yeah, that looks decent, I suppose. I supposedly suppose. You don't know if I suppose. I only supposedly suppose. Supposedly. I'll put armor plates back over in there in a second, and then it'll be like I haven't done nothing. Mr. Police Officer, sir, I ain't done nothing. It was all this man right here. This massive spaceship right here. Ain't nothing to do with me, no sirree. I'm an innocent man, as you are a woman. Get wrecked, noob. Boom, and there we go. I now have, wait, let's try this on hover, on anchor. If I do this, that didn't work. If I were to put it further down, like, oh yeah, in here, right, I forgot about the egg. Okay, let's see if that works out. You ready to lift, power lifters? I lift every Monday, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at CrossFit. Because I'm a true lifter, unlike you. That seems to work. Ain't falling forward. You know what? That's good enough. Alrighty, so back in here, I'm actually gonna extend it backwards just a tad bit more. You know, give it just a tad bit more hangar bay before it goes to the rest of the ship. So the hangar extends just a tad bit back now this way. Enough for, you know, storing a little extra plane in there or something. I don't know. Alrighty, that's all the symmetry that I really need for this, and it looks pretty darn symmetrical. Alrighty, there we go. Perfectly symmetrical. Okay, time to do other things. What should I do? I don't know. So now we got to go and make things happen. I like making things happen. I gotta think about this in my head for a second. How is this gonna work? Where are these hangar doors even gonna be attached that I'm going to eventually attach to this? So underneath here, what should I put down here? It seems like a waste of space to have nothing down here. Well, I can probably put hover bugs and stuff once, you know, I need the hover bugs to actually, you know, start doing stuffs and things. Alright, so what do I need to do? Now, I don't want to do this exactly part for part like the Venator. I mean, I don't want to copy a Star Wars ship. While I love Star Wars, I do not want to copy my designs after them because Star Wars ships are meant to look cool as opposed to work well. I want to mount a couple of these guys to the outside of my ship. And so where I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that right back in here. Right here, I will have my mounts for the Servath. So I could have it indented right here, and then I could have the docking ports for the Servath to land, and then, you know, oh no, there's enemy fighters incoming, launch a strike mission. You have 6 Servaths just break off and engaging the enemies, and each one of these Servaths, I don't know if you remember, has a bunch of lasers, has 2 of these things, has a cruise missile, has 2 Gatling lasers. these things are ready for combat. So how am I going to do this? Well, as I also mentioned previously, I did work out a method to have those things stock on the outside of the ship effectively, efficiently, and so that way if they take damage, then they won't be able to redock. That they will be able to redock. What am I talking about? So this is how the docking rings are going to work, is essentially you back this thing up into there, you have these things right there, and if I were to charge this up, boom, boom, straight into there, I whack that, I press build beam, and then I just turn her around and put it right there. And whilst I am build beamed, all you gotta do is take that and put it on right there. And take that, put that on right there. Boom, bit, bam, bam, boom. Now all of you son, you have a thing to keep your things in place. So now I just need to put this onto this somehow right here. Alright, so I'm thinking like something like this, Then it would be able to perch right on there, nice and perfectly. Please don't fall off. Please don't fall off. Please don't fall off. No! I also realized I should probably make these line up with the skids, shouldn't I? Yeah. Alright, boom, that'll work. So the platform's now perfectly lined up with the skids on this thing. So that seems to work without anti-gravity. I just need some locks for it now. I just realized something. I'm almost at the build limit. This is how many blocks I have left before they can't place anything more at the end right there. So you can see all the APs have loaded and I can't place anything at the end. Gosh darn it. So, yeah, I've made some progress since I stopped recording. I did that and that on both sides, and then I added some missiles and some more missiles, and yeah, that's about it. And you just need to make the platform over here now. So we use this venture cannon right there, this venture cannon right there. Boom, a little gun battery. It actually looks like a little quad battery of cannons. That's pretty cool. Boom, boom. Goodbye. Yep, rip. People at home, if you ever played Terratech, never use F to rotate your parts. Always use G, because F is what you say when you're paying respects. And you're not paying respects to your ship. It's not dead yet. Although you probably suck at building, so it probably will be soon. You just got roasted. You just got roasted so bad that you didn't even know that you got roasted. I really need a black hole. That's a weird thing to be able to say in Terratech. But in Terratech, that's just a common saying. Oh, I need a black hole. If you were to take that out of context, no one would have any idea what the heck you're talking about. Like, you need a what? A black hole? Are you sure that's what you need, bud? Sounds to me like you need a knowledge of how physics works. And yes, Terratech does need that. It really does. I mean, Terratech has one of the best physics engines that I have seen. It has the Unity engine. Good old Unity, Yeah, Unity is a name from a character somewhere in some sci-fi novel. I forget where. Unity. I've heard that been said as a name before. What the heck? Where is it from? Alright, that's quite a complicated design right there, so let's hope I'll be able to repeat it on the other side. So I could fit this in here, but that's not what I'm really wanting to fit in here. What I wanted to fit in here is I want a, whatchamacallit. I want something like, I already explained this I'm pretty sure, probably 2,000 times. I want a thing that'll be able to carry stuff from the hangar right here, out of the hangar, and down to the surface, so that way the hangar can be able to, will be able to serve as, basically, the ship will be able to serve as not just, a carrier ship, it'll be able to serve as a full-out, just transport ship, as long as a warship. Why am I running at 20 FPS suddenly? Come on, frames, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I ain't done nothing to you, Mr. Frames, the frame god. Is there a god of frames, of FPS? If so, I would pray to that man every single day. Because my computer is not the best. It's good, but it's not the best. And that's most people's computers, is that they're moderate. Most people nowadays have a moderate computer. Unless for some reason you're friends with me, in which case you somehow don't have a moderate computer, and you have a crap computer that I have to deal with. Hey, mindless, let's go to Tilted Towers. You sure your computer can handle that, bud? Nah, she'll be able to handle it just fine. Goes to Tilted Towers. Oh, look, I'm dead. I'm kidding, also, I don't play Fortnite. I guess the moral of that story is just don't be friends with me and you'll be fine. You'll have a good computer. There we go. That's how it's done. B. Let's just get that geocord pull from over there, and then we stick it on right there. Boom. Oh gosh, stop! No! Freaking hate this. Off. Boom. So no anti-gravity while you're in the thing. When you are in the it's like saying no shoes in the house. No anti-gravity when you're in the docking port. Okay, kids? Or else I will take away your computers. Yeah, no, you don't want that, do you? And then I just need a little bit of a wall so I can do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm about out of space because I need to make other things with this section back here, not just stuff for that. I need to make a very large battery segment. I need to make the little bridge right there. I need to probably make wings with the weapons on them. Oh, another idea. Okay, so oh my goodness. So when I make my multi-tech turret, what I can do is instead of having those up there, what I can do is I can use that new gravity magnifier thing, and that'll make it so that way this turret will be super trying to go down. So the only thing I will ever need are these things, right? So I only need the bottom wheels, and on the top I can use other things, like more of these up on top. I haven't even tried the gravity magnifier actually. I want to try that out. And the gravity magnifier, which looks like some sort of weird cow. Whoa. Well, that's pretty cool. What happens if I put two, huh? And then I take off the anti-gravity, but I fly down super fast. It does not look like it actually. Ah! Now turn away gravity. Okay, so that gravity engine, that is a gravity, what does it say, a magnifier? What I hope that will eventually be for is when there will be space and we need artificial gravity, because Terratech will hopefully eventually add space with no gravity or no wings, where no wings will work. Alright, enough of coming up with ideas. It's time to actually make ideas into a reality. So where do I want this, I want the door to be able to open up most of the hangar bay, you know? I don't want it to be opening up only like half of the hangar. I want it to be a good, like 2/3 of the hangar bay gets opened up when you open the doors. You can get things in and out fairly easily. So how would I go about doing this though? I would need to elevate this first off, which would mean I need a little platform here. Okay, I think I'm going to use a GSO popper fuel tank. What I need is it for it to be anchored on one end. Or actually, I could do both ends. Yeah, I could easily do both ends. What am I thinking? Silly me. Tricks are for kids. Something like that, and then on the back here, I can put these things, these very handy dandy useful things. I see that thing right there, and I plunk this thing right there. Boom. And then I'd have a nice little space in there to put the hinge. Then in there we can have the popper fuel tank that goes in, and that can be our hinge. You know, making a hinge out of an explosive is probably not the best idea, but as long as you have it healed up properly, you should be good. Alright, so there's our 4 hinges. Now I just need to make the hangar door. Simple as that. Now as I learned from my elevator on the Roken shield, friction is almost absolutely, the coefficient of friction when two things are touching is near, it's near infinite. It's incredibly hard to suppress. You need a very powerful force in order to get past that friction of just two things being right next to each other, because Terratech or Unity physics doesn't like perfect numbers. It always has to be just a tiny, teeny bit bigger, which means that the hitboxes are tiny, teeny bit touching each other, which, as you can imagine, isn't the best. So, gotta be careful of that. Which means that along the edges here, I can't have anything that touches that. I have to have like corner blocks and brackets and stuff like that. Come here, fuel tanks, where are you? So now, these are where the doors are gonna hinge into. That's how they're going to rotate up. This is going to be one half of a door, this is going to be another half of a door. They're going to rotate on those axes. Next, I need to obviously connect them. That would be pretty important, I would assume. Now I want these hangar doors to come up, because this hangar, as it is not the highest. It only goes up, this is going to be the roof right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, a little bit less than 7 actually, because the armor panel's blocks high. I want that to be a little bit higher, and that can work if I elevate the roof of the hangar door. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh my gosh, yes, please. And then I just have its engines back there. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's cool. Bye, Lleyton. I'm gonna go kill some people. What? We have an invalid block. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going red alert. We have an invalid block around here. Oh gosh, I hate invalid blocks. Why do they do this? What is this? It's just all of a sudden Terratech doesn't like a single block, and then that block is suddenly like an invalid block that can't exist. Wasn't it? Oh god damn. You. There we go. That was the invalid block. There we go. Now I can place the things that I want to place. Not! What? Did it happen on each single side? What happened? There we go. Get out of here, you stupid invalid blocks. I ain't having that no more. So if you're wondering what invalid blocks are, they're literally just blocks that when you place them, make it so you can't place other blocks onto them. It's annoying, because you don't know when the invalid block is invalid. You just gotta go on a little bit of a detective mission and go, alrighty, well this thing here ain't working as properly. Probably might be suspicious of him. So then what I can do is I can have these bad boys going along here like that. So boom, that's how that's gonna work. And then on that side, I'll cover it up with thick Hawkeye brackets, which won't look anything as good as if it would. It's just more blocks, but sadly this is a life we have to live. Okay, so that can pretty much be the first door right there. Alright, boom, I don't see any attachment points touching anything. I think we're good. X. There we go. Oh, and I forgot to frickin' anchor the thing again. Gosh, darn it. Okay, well, if I were to put just a whole bunch of these things on there, and then I were to put some venture things on here, by the looks of how steadily you're staying, I'm gonna guess no. Whoa! Oh, that worked. Okay, that worked. So you can only go straight upwards, which is, I guess not the worst, but at the same time not the best. Oh, and I know what I could use. I could use linear motion engines. And then the linear motion engines, it would keep it going upwards, that way it wouldn't fall back down. And then whenever you want the linear motion engines gone, just boom. You can use a hover bug even, so that way the second the linear motion engines are gone, or you turn them back off, then it just falls back down. But yeah, that works. That is a successful hinge right there. So I don't know how well the track idea would have worked, but this is working pretty good already. So I don't know. It looks a little bit weird right there and there, but it can turn all the way up. That's some good water right there. So now we know that works. I guess time to get building on the build. I don't know. Oh, what I could do. That makes sense. Is instead of having a separate door open there, I could just have this door actually extend back into here and open when, the normal door opens. Then boom, the entire hangar opens up, including that, which I don't even know why I didn't just, well, I know why I did that. Yeah, I did. That was a lie. Hey, developers of Terratech, what you should do is you should make coverings. They're like armor panels, except that they have almost no life. They're literally just there to cover up, like a layer of paint. And they cost nothing and they cover big surface areas. This will make it so that way, like, I could have made this floor out of a covering instead of heavy armor panels. Which, when make it so that way, I wouldn't have an expensive floor that cost me like, I don't know, this is probably around, let's see, they're 2,000 a piece. I can actually calculate this. This floor alone costs 390,000. Just this floor, not even counting this. And I need something to put on these walls, that way, they don't take forever to load because of the attachment points. So alright, so that's the hangar extended down back into there. Now, all I must do is put a hover bug facing downwards, that way it'll automatically close shut. And then, something. I don't know, I haven't gotten to that step yet. Here we line a bunch of these up on top, and boom, our hangar door will be almost done. Look at all of this space. Look at all of this headroom up here. Dang, you could fit some tall stuff in here. Some enemies right along here. Like that. So it will push down upon the door. Oh, not again. Why would I do this? Linear motion engines are at maximum percentiles. You aren't doing anything. Do I need more linear motion engines? Oh, there we go. Just need some things to it. And if I were to do that, the hover bug closes it back shut. Yay. Do maximum percent. Oh, you're almost able to lift it. You just need a couple more linear motion engines. Alrighty, I can give that to you. There we go. Up there it goes. Oh, no, what? I didn't save it with the thing? Oh gosh darn it. Yeah, whatever. Still probably work. There we go. Boom. And then I just turn it off. It automatically falls shut. That's so smooth. Oh, I like that. That's so cool. No, why do you do this? Stop. There you go. What the heck? Are you kidding me? There we go. What is this? Oh wait, I just added a bunch of batteries to it. Now I realize that there's a bunch of extra weight I need to lift up. Gosh darn it. So I did do this all the way down to the end there, so it's starting to take its final form. It's like when you're building a Lego set and you start to like get to the outer part and you're like, oh yeah, that's all this looks starting to look like the thing on the cover. There we go. Now we have enough room to put in, what is that, 8 of them? I have 8 of these things. Then we have enough to put down here too. Now we're gonna move these frickin' fuel things because heck these frickin' fuel things. Get out of here. You fool things. You fools. Ah, you see what I did there. Now, let's see how this thing runs. And honestly, it looks way too big to ever open. It just looks like part of the ship with just some weird stuff going on right there and there. And then all of a sudden, it opens up, you're like, oh, okay, that's a hangar door. Alright, maximum firepower. And then, it doesn't budge, of course it doesn't. But it needs some sort of like, needs something to kickstart it, because for whatever reason, multi-techs are always like this, but they never want to do the thing immediately. They always need some kickstart. Watch this. If I do that, for whatever reason, the smallest amount of kickstart will open it up for you. That looks like it's kind of coming into time. Yep, there we go. Yeah, those are definitely coming into direct contact right there. So yeah, I can see how that can be troublesome to come over. Alrighty, so I'm getting, my voice is dying. It's dying very horribly. I can't talk as good as I once used to be, and I will soon be unable to talk anymore. So honestly, there's not really much point recording me anymore. I'm gonna work on this off camera, and then I'll record it more and build more and do more to the Lleyton. I can't wait to see when this is done. But this video ain't over yet. Not yet. Maybe it is, I don't know. Who cares? I don't care. My boy. We's be at 23 minutes and 5 seconds. Just a tad bit too much. But I don't have an outro, so unfortunately you have forced my hand into making this a super long episode. Gosh dang it, past me. Oh, I hate you, past me. Past me. You have surpassed me. And the final product is here. I replicated it to both sides, I made a couple of modifications, and now look at this smoothness. So what you do, you go to the thing, and you just put it to maximum percentileage. You put this one to maximum percentileage, and they both don't go because I'm recording, of course. Well, you can just simply remove a block and replace it, and it'll fix it. What the heck? Oh, there we go. This is the wrong one. I need a dedicated block that you can like replace when that happens. Don't go away. I need to put you back now. There you go. And then boom, your entire hangar bay is opened up. You can deploy your things and stuff. Anything that you have in here, which is classified as a thing by the Declaration of English Language. So now one thing I have not done at all is I have not made a thing that feeds these guys power, because since they're a separate tech, they do not have the same batteries as this one, so they have to be fed their power from the main tech to them. So yeah, that's gonna have to happen like somewhere right there, or right there, I don't know. I'll do that real quick. That looks to be plenty of chargers for charging and other miscellaneous items. And also, another bonus is that these will all be able to, I believe these have the range of the entire hangar pretty much. Yeah, look at that. It can reach all the way over to there on the other side. So, Yep, oh, I did not mean to do that. No! So now that we've got pretty much the entire interior of the hangar done, I'm gonna have to put a couple lights in here, so that way if you go into a higher graphic setting, it won't be incredibly dark. But for right now, it looks good. Actually, no, why don't I just do that? Just put a couple of spotlights going down into here, which won't even be able to see until nighttime, so I don't know. How about these floodlights? Twin floodlights, that sounds good. I just need to wait until it's night, actually, just to see if those will work, and then I'll do it to the other side. But I should also probably put my graphics quality higher, because if I put my graphics quality higher, they'll actually illuminate things properly. Yeah, here we go. Now it's all dark because of the shadows. Oh, you can even see the shadow of, like, the crack. That's pretty cool. Okay, anyways, time for this rear section. So what I was thinking about is, I don't really have a lot of room here. So what I was thinking is that I could make, that's 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I could make a 8-block slope out this way that goes way far out. And then I could, you know how Star Destroyers have all the weapons lined up like that so that way they can fire clear straight forward with like maximum efficiency? I could kind of do that. Actually, this is going to look almost exactly like the Venator now. Oh my goodness. Because it's going to have those little wings right there, and that's exactly what I was planning on doing. Before I forget, I'm going to need to do this thing over here somehow. Well, somehow. I know exactly how. Oh, I have to do this again. Okay, get a big old run up and then I'll do it. Yes, basically how you land this thing. How you land this thing in that docking port right there is you literally just get a massive run up and then crash it into it. Yeah, see, there you go. I don't know what I was having problems with yesterday. Ah, no, I need to go down key. This is not acceptable. Terratech devs, can you do me a favor real quick and add down here or something a swap control button, so that way if I go here and I click swap controls, all of a sudden up arrow and down arrow will switch places, so that way I don't have to rebind it and then, you know, click it again or yeah, just do stuff, because then that means that I could use the swap controls to do right shift right there, and then I hit swap controls, all of a sudden right shift becomes down shift, and then I can hit right control as well, and instead of it being assigned to the both of them, I can all of a sudden have, you know, just something downward, because right now I can't do anything about this, which is sad. My life is ruined. Please unruin it. Thank you. Have a nice day, sir. You did it, yay. Bam! That works. And now I just lock her in from the other side. Carblamo. You ain't going nowhere. What the heck is that? So now this side has a little bit more room to slip back into when, you know, this side, you know, pushes off against the wall. You can slip back into here. A little bit of wiggle room, which is good, because wiggling burns calories. Quite a bit, few actually. Oh yeah, I have to turn anti-gravity off. That's rule number 1. You can't enter the docking bay without anti-gravity off. Are you two off? You two are off. Gosh darn it. Oh no. Oh no. Gosh darn it. Oh, you fell off too. That's... No, too far! If you guys ever have the misfortune of flying one of these things, just remember to not turn when you're not holding shift, because then you're going to turn super fast and you're going to fly off and not dock, which is not what you want to be doing at all. Oh shoot, no anti-gravity in the house, in the docking bay. Boom! There we go, that's how it's done. And then I just quickly slap that thing on right there. And yeah, there you go. I also just realized that instead of doing that, I could have just literally moved the armor panel back. So that way you attach it on a further forward thing. Actually, I really don't feel like redoing that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Just move it forward. And now you've fallen off. Brilliant.org. This video is sponsored by Brilliant.org. I'm just trying to build a lock. Can a locksmith not do his work in this modern era? Look at this masterpiece that I have locksmithed. And there we go. That's the basics for that thing. Just gotta do it to the other side now. Oh, it was nighttime and I forgot to check how illuminated the inside was. Oh gosh darn it. I might be able to sneak peek a little bit from the footage. Actually, I can do that right now. Okay, so I checked from the footage. It's pretty nice. It's got a nice light, warm tone, which I didn't expect from the yellow Geocorp floodlights. You know, I kind of half thought that, you know, their lights would be yellow or something because, you know, Geocorp, but hey, there we go. There's those spotlights in place. Or floodlights. Jeez. I need to stop doing that. Yeah, you could be up here just in your skybase chilling and working on your techs, building up here. That would be awesome if you could just build your techs up here. Man, that'd be so cool. I don't know. But I do feel like an SCU would be useful at least. So if I were to add a couple of SCUs up here, why won't the things... Oh, yeah, that's why. That's gonna be annoying. Alright, there we go. We have 2 SCUs. One right there just chilling out. Now, what is actually the hitbox on an SCU? I have not tested that out. Yeah, it looks fine. It's just part of the roof. Let's do this locking mechanism on the other side. Because I am a locksmith today. My name is no longer Mindless Mr. Rossum. My name is Locking Mr. Rossum. Okay, and then I just gotta make it curve out. Give it those sick curves, you know? You know what I'm talking about? And I might need to go on the ground here in a second so I can get a better angle on this. Yeah, whatever. As Neil deGrasse Tyson once said, whatever. Whatever, man. I have no idea if he actually said... Well, he probably has said that at one point in his life. I'm pretty sure that pretty much everyone has said that. At least at one point in their life, you know? It's kind of a common thing that humans say is, whatever, man. Just chilling. Don't get too angry. Or maybe that's just hippies, I don't know. Probably just hippies, to be honest. Wait, but then I said it. That makes me a hippie. Oh no, I don't want to have too many hips. So I need this hangar to at least be, you know, sealed in. So there cannot be cracks. No cracks or openings on my watch. Not today. But that's an opening right there. There are no openings allowed on a Christian Minecraft server. How dare you think that you could possibly get away with this? You hooligan. I spit at you, sir. What I use right here is I use this classic trick that I learned back in the military. Back in Nam. And all of a sudden, Carblemo, you got yourself a nice sealed up door right there with absolutely no cracks going through it. Literally no cracks. I want to fix that. Alright, there we go. That's nice and sealed off. Now time to save. Alrighty, well I'm gonna have to call the episode here, guys, because I have been working on this for approximately too long. If you enjoyed the video, I recommend hitting the thumbs up button, but that's just my recommendation. You know, you don't have to take me up on that, but it does grant you a couple of superpowers, such as the ability to eat tissues. If you want more terror tech, you should subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode, where I will be in this hangar, obviously. Where else would I be? Silly you, thinking that I would be on the toilet? No, sirree, I would be on here, open up these hangar doors, which is so cool. Oh my gosh. I'm never gonna get over that. Alright, goodbye.